Motherhood is one of life's greatest miracles. But today, we're exploring the stories of extraordinary mothers so incredible, it's hard to believe they truly exist. These remarkable women possess unmatched strength, willing to shatter every obstacle and push beyond all physical and emotional limits for one purpose only: to protect their precious children. Their extraordinary resilience and courageous battles against fate will undoubtedly touch your heart and inspire you in powerful ways. Before we dive into these incredible stories, don't forget to hit like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our next fascinating videos. Charlie Worgan is a powerful symbol of extraordinary resilience, overcoming the challenges of achondroplasia to build a vibrant and inspiring life. Despite her small stature, she never chose to live within limitations, instead embracing an active lifestyle filled with confidence and determination. She has clearly proven that a person's true worth is not measured by height or outward appearance, but by inner strength, courage, and a positive outlook on life. Charlie is not only an influential woman, but also a living testament to breaking narrow, traditional beauty standards and rising towards success on her own terms. The marriage between Charlie and Cullen Adams is a deeply moving love story, a beautiful testament to the power of love rising above social prejudice and judgment. Together, they have built a happy family, creating a strong foundation to face life's challenges and the curiosity of the public. Their bond is rooted in deep understanding, mutual respect, and genuine appreciation, allowing them to overcome every physical barrier together. Their family has become a meaningful example of true happiness, where love serves as the universal language that erases all differences in appearance. Charlie's journey into motherhood with her three little angels, Tilba, Tully, and Felix, stands as one of the most radiant and courageous chapters of her life. Despite facing serious medical risks and unique health challenges during pregnancy, she fiercely protected her children with extraordinary determination and unwavering strength. Charlie has not only nurtured her children with the sacred love of a mother, but has also taught them to embrace their individuality and take pride in their differences. Her quiet sacrifices as a mother have inspired people around the world to hold an even deeper appreciation for the true value of family. Today, through social media platforms, Charlie powerfully spreads messages of healthy living, self-respect, and empowerment. Her honest insights into fitness, daily life, and precious family moments have helped reshape public perceptions about the capabilities of people with unique physical conditions. She uses her influence to encourage others to embrace their bodies, celebrate their individuality, and see perceived imperfections as distinctive qualities worthy of respect. Charlie Worgan's journey is a powerful reminder that every individual has the ability to create something extraordinary with enough belief, courage, and the determination to live life to the fullest. Sarah began her journey into motherhood with a body without arms, but her heart was never lacking courage. When a new life began to take shape, the world around her was filled with doubtful looks and questions about how a woman without arms could care for a child. However, Sarah did not spend time explaining herself in words. She focused on listening to her body, feeling every small movement of the tiny life growing inside her, and placing absolute trust in her own remarkable ability to adapt. Sarah's pregnancy was a lesson in patience and astonishing adaptability. Instead of using hands like most mothers, she learned to use her feet to prepare everything for her unborn child. From arranging baby clothes to practicing with assistive tools, Sarah's feet became more flexible and gentle than ever before. She did not see her disability as a barrier, but as a unique way to connect with her baby. Each time the baby kicked, she felt that life through all her senses and with overwhelming love. The day her daughter Lilia was born, the world seemed to brighten for Sarah. The moment she used her feet to embrace her child and gently hold the tiny life in her arms became a symbol of boundless maternal love. Sarah proved that hands may be missing, but the warmth of a heart is always abundant. Are you inspired by Sarah's abilities? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread her message of hope. For a passionate dancer like Chelsea Hill, having to rely on a wheelchair after her accident was already a major challenge. But pregnancy marked a deeply emotional new chapter. When she learned she had the chance to become a mother, Chelsea embraced the joyful news with both happiness and overwhelming anticipation. She was no longer dancing only for herself. Now every heartbeat she had was intertwined with the heartbeat of the little angel growing inside her body, which had already endured so much. Throughout her 9 months of pregnancy, Chelsea turned life in a wheelchair into a stage of resilience. She faced the changes in her body with an optimistic mindset, often sharing inspiring everyday moments. Although moving around became more difficult, her eyes always sparkled with faith. Chelsea did not hesitate to learn how to adapt her living space, transforming her home into a safe and convenient place where she could care for her child as independently as possible, even though her legs could not walk. Holding her baby in her arms, Chelsea understood that her life had begun a new dance, a dance of sacrifice and happiness. The wheelchair was now merely a means for her and her child to explore the world, proving that disability cannot hinder the sacred role of motherhood. In Libby Clegg's world, everything is not perceived in clear colors, but through sounds and subtle sensations. When she became pregnant with baby Edward, she entered a journey where sight was not the guiding sense, but rather intuition and maternal love. Libby could not clearly see ultrasound images of her child, but she could feel his breathing and daily growth through every touch of her hand on her belly. For her, her child was the brightest light that shone into her soul. Preparing for her child's arrival became a continuous process of learning for Libby. She had to get used to changing diapers, preparing bottles, and caring for a newborn in darkness or blurred vision. With the support of her husband and her loyal guide dog, Libby turned challenges into lessons of trust. She learned to see the world with her ears and her heart, listening to every cry and laugh of her child in order to understand the baby's needs as fully as possible. When baby Edward was born, Libby proved that love does not need eyes to see the beauty of a child. She cared for her son using the remarkable sensitivity of her remaining senses, building a deep bond that no barrier could ever separate. Are you inspired by Libby's resilience and spirit? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread hope. Alex Dacey, a woman of small stature due to spinal muscular atrophy, has written a pregnancy story that has touched millions of hearts. When she announced that she was pregnant, many people doubted her body's ability to endure it. But Alex faced everything with confidence and pride. She saw pregnancy not only as a personal joy, but also as a revolution in the right of disabled women to become mothers, breaking down long-standing prejudices. Alex's 9-month journey was a combination of modern medicine and iron will. She underwent many strict medical checkups, always maintaining a strong mindset to protect the tiny life growing inside her. Although her small body had to endure significant pressure, Alex remained radiant, proudly sharing images of her pregnant belly from her wheelchair. She wanted the world to see that a mother's beauty does not lie in conventional standards, but in inner strength and unconditional sacrifice. The arrival of her daughter Ari turned Alex's efforts into an invaluable reward. The moment the two of them were together became the most beautiful image of life and hope. Alex not only teaches her daughter how to walk and speak, but more importantly, she teaches her how to love herself and respect differences. Her unconventional pregnancy journey has become an endless source of inspiration, encouraging women in similar circumstances to dare to dream and fulfill their sacred role. Born blind due to cryptophthalmos syndrome, Adrienne refused to let darkness define her future. She learned to experience the world through sound, touch, and an unshakable determination to build a fully independent life. Her extraordinary journey of overcoming adversity has shattered countless stereotypes, becoming a powerful source of inspiration for communities around the world through her remarkable resilience and unwavering drive to rise above every challenge. Connie Culp stands as a remarkable symbol of resilience and extraordinary courage, earning her place in medical history as the first patient in the United States to undergo a near-total face transplant. In 2004, her life took an unimaginable and devastating turn when she endured a severe traumatic event that changed everything. The experience dramatically altered her appearance and stripped away some of the most basic human functions, including the ability to breathe naturally, smell, and eat normally. For many years afterward, she endured more than 30 complex reconstructive surgeries simply to survive, while also facing immense emotional challenges brought on by public scrutiny and curiosity. Yet, beneath it all was an unbreakable spirit, a woman who refused to surrender to adversity or allow her circumstances to define her destiny. A long-awaited moment of hope finally arrived for Connie in December 2008 at Cleveland Clinic. In a historic operation lasting more than 22 hours, a team of leading surgeons carried out an extraordinary medical effort to restore nearly 80% of her face, including reconstructing her jaw structure, muscles, complex nerve networks, and skin from an anonymous donor. The success of this groundbreaking procedure not only marked a revolutionary milestone in modern medicine, but also gave Connie the priceless opportunity to rebuild her life and begin a more hopeful second chapter. After recovering and regaining the confidence to smile again, Connie chose not to retreat into a quiet life away from the public eye. Instead, she courageously stepped forward to share her story with the world. She devoted the years that followed to becoming a passionate advocate, speaking publicly to raise awareness about the profound human value of organ donation. Connie also became a powerful source of encouragement for people living with facial injuries and visible differences, helping them rediscover confidence, dignity, and a renewed love for life. Is this a strange evolutionary step for humans? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories. Safina Namukaya, a woman from Uganda, astonished and inspired the world with her extraordinary journey to motherhood at an exceptionally rare age. For decades, she faced loneliness and the harsh weight of social judgment while being unable to fulfill her dream of becoming a mother. Yet rather than surrendering to the passage of time, Safina held firmly to her faith in modern medicine and the remarkable possibilities of life. With extraordinary determination, she chose to pursue fertility treatment to make her greatest dream a reality, creating a deeply inspiring story of resilience, hope, and perseverance. The first major milestone in this extraordinary journey came in 2020, when Safina welcomed her first daughter through assisted reproductive treatment. The moment brought overwhelming joy, not only to her personally, but also stood as a powerful reflection of the remarkable progress in fertility medicine within the region. Even in her 60s, she demonstrated incredible strength and endurance in caring for a young child, rising above skepticism and focusing wholeheartedly on the love she had long dreamed of giving. This achievement became the foundation for an even more astonishing chapter that would unfold in the years that followed. In 2023, at the age of 70, Safina Namukaya made history once again by successfully giving birth to twins, a baby boy and a baby girl, at the International Women's Hospital and Fertility Center in Kampala. This remarkable milestone was the result of an intensive IVF journey driven by extraordinary determination. Due to health considerations and her age, the twins were delivered by cesarean section at 31 weeks. Although born prematurely, both babies progressed steadily, thanks to the dedicated care of the medical team and their mother's fierce protective love. This extraordinary event placed Safina among the oldest women in the world to successfully give birth. Safina's journey is not only a remarkable medical milestone, but also a powerful symbol of hope, resilience, and the limitless human will to pursue happiness. She courageously overcame biological barriers and traditional social expectations to demonstrate that the desire for motherhood is not defined by age. The story of a 70-year-old mother personally caring for 3 young children has sent a deeply inspiring message about dignity, perseverance, and unwavering determination in the face of adversity. Her life reminds us that with the right support and extraordinary resolve, people can achieve what once seemed impossible, offering hope to countless women navigating their own difficult paths toward family and fulfillment. Puspa Dewi is a deeply inspiring woman from Indonesia who has astonished people around the world with her remarkably youthful appearance, even in her 50s, and after becoming a grandmother. Born in 1967, Puspa's journey is not the result of some mysterious miracle, but of decades of discipline, consistency, and a steadfast commitment to healthy living. While many people her age naturally begin to show visible signs of aging, Puspa has maintained a toned physique, radiant skin, and an incredible level of energy that makes her appear decades younger. The core secret behind her remarkably youthful appearance lies in her deep passion for fitness and her unwavering commitment to physical training. From a young age, she embraced a wide range of activities including aerobics, dance fitness, swimming, and weight training, helping her body remain flexible, strong, and impressively resilient over the years. Beyond consistent exercise, Puspa also follows a highly disciplined and science-based nutrition plan, centered on balanced meals rich in protein and vegetables, while keeping sugar and unhealthy fats to an absolute minimum. Beyond becoming a social media sensation, she has also proven herself as a successful entrepreneur by building a thriving, healthy food business, helping inspire better eating habits within her community. Another key factor behind her seemingly ageless beauty is her incredibly positive outlook on life and her forward-thinking mindset. She maintains a joyful spirit, manages stress effectively, smiles often, and deeply cherishes the love and support of her family, especially her longtime husband and their 2 sons. Puspa Dewi's presence has completely shattered conventional stereotypes about aging, proving that while aging is a natural biological process, it does not have the power to extinguish inner vitality and passion for life. Are you inspired by Puspa Dewi's journey and resilience? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread this meaningful message. Risikat Azeez is a Nigerian woman known for an exceptionally rare natural feature, her striking blue eyes. Born and raised in Ilorin, Kwara State, her deep blue gaze became a topic of fascination within her community, as such a genetic trait is extraordinarily uncommon among people of African descent. From a very young age, Risikat had to grow accustomed to curious stares and, at times, misunderstanding from those around her. Even so, she grew up with quiet grace and kindness, learning to embrace the one-of-a-kind beauty nature had given her. As Risikat entered married life, she experienced the joy of motherhood and gave birth to 2 beautiful daughters. Remarkably, both girls inherited the same stunning blue eyes as their mother, making their family's rare appearance even more extraordinary. But that happiness was soon overshadowed by hardship. Under the pressure of local cultural stigma and persistent gossip surrounding the family's unusual eye color, her husband ultimately chose to leave after the children were born. Left to face life alone, Risikat became the sole source of strength and support for her 2 young daughters. The path of single motherhood has been filled with challenges, but the powerful bond of a mother's love has given her the resilience to protect her children and teach them to embrace who they are with pride and self-love. A brighter new chapter began for Risikat and her daughters in 2020, when a student happened to capture photos of their captivating blue eyes and share them on social media. Almost instantly, their rare and breathtaking beauty spread across global platforms, capturing the attention of people around the world. Instead of fear or judgment, the family was met with admiration, kindness, and heartfelt praise. This unexpected wave of attention not only brought meaningful support from the public and social organizations to help improve their lives, but also helped Risikat fully recognize the true value and beauty of being different. Risikat Azeez's journey is a deeply inspiring story of resilience, motherhood, and extraordinary inner strength. She has shown that what some once viewed as different can in fact be one of nature's most remarkable masterpieces. Through courage and perseverance, Risikat overcame adversity to create a better life for her daughters while sending a powerful message to millions around the world about self-worth, acceptance, and the beauty of human diversity. Marla Runyan is one of the greatest track and field athletes in American sports history, serving as an extraordinary source of inspiration through her resilience and determination. A life-changing turning point came at the age of 9 when she was diagnosed with Stargardt macular degeneration, a condition that caused severe vision loss and left her legally blind. Rather than allowing darkness to define her future, Marla chose to rise with exceptional courage and determination. Despite being unable to clearly see the track or her competitors, she relied on her sharpened instincts, discipline, and remarkable endurance to conquer the world of competitive racing. Her relentless dedication led to extraordinary success in elite competition for athletes with disabilities. At the 1992 and 1996 Paralympic Games, she delivered a dominant performance, winning a total of 5 gold medals across multiple events and firmly establishing herself as one of the sport's most remarkable champions. But Marla refused to stop there. Determined to push beyond every perceived limitation, she went on to compete alongside able-bodied athletes at the highest level. In 2000, at the Sydney Olympics, she made history by becoming the first legally blind American track and field athlete and one of the first in the world to compete in the Summer Olympic Games. Despite facing enormous challenges, she delivered an extraordinary performance by reaching the final of the women's 1,500-meter event and finishing in 8th place, a remarkable achievement that earned worldwide admiration. Her career continued to flourish afterward, with national championship victories and impressive performances in some of the world's most prestigious marathon events. Beyond her achievements on the track, Marla is also a highly accomplished scholar, earning 2 master's degrees and dedicating much of her life to education, helping visually impaired children discover opportunity, confidence, and empowerment through learning. Marla Runyan's life journey is a powerful testament to the truth that physical limitations can never imprison a free spirit or diminish great ambition. She ran with all her heart, transforming what many believe to be impossible into reality, and leaving behind a brilliant legacy of courage, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in the limitless potential of the human spirit. Michele Ruffinelli is an extraordinary woman who has captured global attention because of her uniquely distinctive appearance and remarkable self-confidence. Born and raised in the United States, Michele had an average body shape in her younger years. However, a dramatic transformation began after she experienced pregnancy and gave birth to her 4 children. Following multiple pregnancies, her body changed naturally in an uncommon way, resulting in her developing an exceptionally large hip circumference that made her known around the world. This dramatic physical change brought significant challenges to her daily life, from getting around comfortably and finding suitable clothing to navigating tight spaces that most people take for granted. Beyond the practical difficulties, she also faced constant public curiosity and hurtful comments from those who judged her appearance. Yet rather than retreating into insecurity or seeking to alter her body through medical intervention, Michele chose a path of remarkable strength, embracing herself fully and practicing unconditional self-acceptance. Michele has consistently maintained that she feels healthy, mobile, and full of positive energy. Her husband, who deeply appreciates and supports her, has been a strong source of encouragement throughout her journey. The love and support of her family, especially her boundless devotion to her 4 children, have given her extraordinary strength to rise above judgment and criticism. With confidence, she has appeared in the media to share a powerful message about body positivity, self-acceptance, and embracing individuality without shame. Michele proves that beauty is not confined to any rigid standard or narrow definition. Every person carries something uniquely their own, and what truly matters most is the confidence and self-worth that radiate from within. Michele Ruffinelli's life journey has become a deeply inspiring lesson in self-love, resilience, and embracing individuality without apology. By living each day with confidence and a bright spirit, she has inspired countless women around the world to break free from psychological barriers, celebrate who they are, and take pride in their natural beauty. Liang Shun, an 87-year-old woman from Sichuan, China, became widely known as the Unicorn Woman after developing a cutaneous horn on her forehead that reportedly grew from a small mole. Although this rare condition brought significant inconvenience to her daily life, she continued to face it with remarkable calmness and resilience. Surrounded by the devoted care and love of her family, she gracefully endured public curiosity and unwanted attention. Her story became a touching reminder of the strength of family support and the enduring human spirit in the later chapters of life. Foxy Menagerie is an American performer and dancer who attracted international media attention through her pursuit of an exceptionally unconventional appearance. Rather than following traditional beauty standards, she chose to spend years undergoing multiple cosmetic procedures in pursuit of an extremely exaggerated physical look, aiming to achieve world record recognition for this distinctive body modification. Foxy's transformation has never been merely about changing her appearance. It has also been a bold expression of her artistic identity and her belief in personal autonomy over her own body. Despite regularly facing significant day-to-day challenges, including chronic back discomfort, difficulties with clothing choices, and physical mobility limitations, Foxy has continued to carry herself with remarkable optimism, confidence, and an unapologetically vibrant spirit. She views her transformation as a unique form of performance art, one that allows her to stand out and leave a lasting impression in the entertainment world. Her appearances at events and across online platforms consistently spark a wide range of reactions, from curiosity and admiration for her boldness to questions about health and well-being. Rather than dwelling on criticism, Foxy remains focused on building a supportive community of followers who respect her personal choices and self-expression. She frequently shares open perspectives about confidence, self-determination, and the willingness to push beyond boundaries in pursuit of an unconventional vision. Foxy Menagerie's story opens the door to compelling conversations about the boundaries between personal passion, body aesthetics, and freedom of self-expression. Is choosing to live differently, even in ways that challenge mainstream standards, a reflection of courage and personal autonomy over one's own body? Or are there still limits that deserve thoughtful consideration? No matter which perspective you hold, her journey undeniably raises meaningful questions about pursuing happiness on one's own terms and the complex power of living authentically. Suffering from elephantiasis, which caused her feet to grow to an enormous size, Gilvanide Martins from Brazil had never worn shoes in her entire life. Despite facing immense difficulty with mobility, she remained optimistic and resilient in the face of adversity. Gilvanide calmly embraced her body, ignored the curious stares of others, and chose to live life to the fullest, becoming a powerful inspiration for maintaining a positive outlook no matter the circumstances. Katia Page, often known as the Queen of Lipedema, has an incredibly inspiring story of extraordinary resilience. She lives with lipedema and lymphedema, conditions that caused her legs to continue growing to an enormous size due to abnormal fat buildup and fluid retention. This complex medical condition brought immense pain and created major challenges in her mobility and daily life. Her courageous journey battling illness was powerfully documented in My Legs Won't Stop Growing, a documentary that touched the hearts of millions of viewers around the world. Despite facing countless challenges, Katia never gave up. She remained committed to pursuing medical treatments, staying as active as possible, and maintaining an admirably positive outlook. Ignoring society's curious stares, she courageously embraced her body's differences and found genuine happiness with her family and those who truly understood and valued her. Katia's story not only helped raise public awareness about these conditions, but also spread a powerful and invaluable message about self-worth, resilience, and the strength of embracing who you are. Nilanshi Patel, a teenager from the town of Modasa in Gujarat, India, earned her place in the world records as the teenager with the longest hair. Her journey of growing this extraordinary hair began after an unpleasant experience at the age of 6, when a local hair salon gave her a bad haircut. From that moment on, she made the firm decision never to cut her hair again, and patiently nurtured it for more than a decade. Thanks to her mother's devoted care, Nilanshi's hair grew longer, healthier, and incredibly glossy, becoming her unmistakable signature. In 2018, at just 16 years old, she officially set a world record with her hair measuring an astonishing 170.5 centimeters, leaving many people amazed and impressed. Friends and those around her often affectionately called her the real-life Rapunzel. Her remarkable hair journey did not stop there, as it continued to grow and later surpassed 190 centimeters, breaking the very record she had previously set herself. However, after 12 years of growing and caring for it, she made a courageous and surprising decision in 2021 to cut off her iconic long hair. Instead of keeping it, she chose to donate her record-breaking hair to a museum, where it could be preserved and displayed as an inspiration for people around the world who admire extraordinary and unique stories. Cutting her hair marked not only a fresh new change in appearance, but also symbolized the growth of a young woman ready to step beyond her comfort zone and explore new horizons. Nilanshi's journey from a little girl who once felt insecure after a bad haircut to becoming a world record holder is a powerful testament to perseverance and self-love. Now, free from the burden of her extraordinarily long hair, she is fully focusing on her education and working toward building a strong and successful future. As we come to the end of today's journey, we hope the stories of these extraordinary mothers have given you strength and renewed your faith in the incredible power of a mother's love. Which story touched your heart the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, share it to spread this meaningful message, and subscribe to the channel to continue this journey with us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Even in the heart of modern society, there are still individuals carrying mysteries that seem to defy the boundaries of human knowledge, leaving medicine and physics searching for answers. This video will take you face to face with some of nature's greatest enigmas, where the line between the ordinary and the seemingly impossible is blurred by extraordinary traits that remain unexplained. Perhaps it's time to acknowledge just how little we truly understand about the mysterious anomalies hidden among our own kind. To dive even deeper into these unexplored shadows together, be sure to hit like, share this video with your friends, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss any shocking discoveries about the truths challenging the world as we know it. Lyudmila from Sevastopol in Crimea began experiencing a sudden growth spurt at the age of 11 due to Marfan syndrome. This genetic condition caused her body to develop in an extraordinary way, especially her unusually long neck. The change in her appearance once made Lyudmila feel self-conscious, as she often attracted intense attention from people around her. However, after overcoming both health and emotional challenges, she learned to love herself. Instead of hiding her distinctive feature, Lyudmila turned it into a source of confidence, joyfully appearing in artistic photo shoots and becoming a wonderful inspiration for embracing the unique beauty of every individual. Siddiqa Parveen, born around 1987 in a rural area of West Bengal, India, was recognized by Guinness World Records as the tallest woman in the world, standing at an extraordinary 2.34 meters, 7 feet 8 inches. Siddiqa's life journey is a remarkable story of resilience, as she lived with gigantism caused by a pituitary tumor. This unusual growth began when she was around 10 years old, causing her body to develop far beyond typical proportions and creating many challenges in daily life. She also faced significant physical difficulties related to her spine, mobility challenges, and the risk of losing her vision completely. The most important turning point came in 2014, when she was taken to New Delhi to receive specialized treatment aimed at improving her unique health condition. Thanks to timely medical support, her height gradually became more stable, while also helping reduce serious risks that could have affected her life in the future. Although the treatment brought new hope, Siddiqa still needed a long time to recover both physically and emotionally. In early August 2024, her health suddenly declined, and Siddiqa's life journey came to an end at a local hospital on August 14, 2024, when she was 36 years old. Safety warning. The climbing actions mentioned in this video were performed by a professionally trained extreme sports expert. Viewers must never imitate or attempt these actions in any form in order to ensure absolute safety and protect their lives. Alain Robert was born in 1962 in France and is a world-famous extreme climber. He became known to audiences around the globe by the nickname the French Spider-Man, thanks to his ability to conquer skyscrapers using only his bare hands. His extraordinary journey began with a memorable incident when he was 11 years old. After being locked out of his family's apartment on the 8th floor, young Alain decided to cling to the outside wall of the building and climb his way back inside. That daring experience unexpectedly ignited a powerful passion for free climbing. Instead of staying with traditional natural rock faces, he chose to shift toward the urban environment, turning massive surfaces of glass and steel into spaces where he could challenge his own limits. What made him famous was his bold and distinctive free climbing style. Instead of relying on complex support equipment, he mainly depended on his physical strength, flexibility, specialized climbing shoes, and a small chalk bag to improve his grip with every movement. Over several decades of pursuing his passion, Alain Robert made his mark by conquering more than 150 famous structures around the world, including iconic landmarks such as the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and the Empire State Building in New York. This path was never easy, as in his younger years, he experienced several significant incidents while training in high canyon areas. Those experiences had lasting effects on his physical condition and forced him to face numerous limitations in everyday life. However, through remarkable determination, intense focus, and exceptional mental control, he gradually overcame those challenges and continued pushing toward new milestones. Are you inspired by Alain Robert's resilience? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread his message of hope. Slavica Pekic was born in 1957 in Serbia and became known around the world by the nickname the Electric Man. because of his unusual ability to come into contact with and conduct electricity without suffering any physical harm. His journey of discovering this special ability began by chance when he was around 17 years old. While working as an apprentice metalworker, he accidentally touched a leaking electrical wire, but felt no pain and suffered no injury at all, even though an ordinary person in the same situation could have faced serious danger. From that unexpected event, Slavisa began experimenting and realized that his body had the ability to resist extremely high levels of electrical current. According to medical experts, this phenomenon may have come from a rare physiological condition that left his body almost completely without sweat glands. His constantly dry skin unintentionally created a highly effective natural layer of electrical resistance, preventing the current from penetrating deep into the internal organs of his body. Thanks to this unusual physiological trait, he performed countless extraordinary demonstrations and was honored twice by Guinness World Records. The first time was in 1983, when he allowed an extremely high-voltage electrical current to pass through his body without suffering any harm. The second time came in 2003, when he set a new record by acting as a direct electrical conductor to heat a quantity of water to a high temperature in a very short amount of time. Throughout his life, Slavisa Pajkic did not see this ability merely as a strange phenomenon to perform on stages large and small, or to appear in documentaries. He also took part in many experiments to help scientists better understand the limits of the human body. Although he possessed an astonishing ability, his daily life also came with many inconveniences, because his body could not regulate temperature naturally due to his inability to sweat, forcing him to actively find ways to cool himself down during hot weather. Vivian Wheeler, born in 1948 in Illinois, United States, is a remarkable figure recognized by Guinness World Records as the woman with the longest beard in the world, reaching a length of 25.5 centimeters. From the moment she was born, she carried rare biological traits that caused facial hair to grow naturally and strongly. Instead of having a peaceful childhood, her life became connected to circuses and traveling shows from the age of 7, when her family placed her on that path as a way to make a living. Vivian's journey was not only marked by the spotlight, but also by many painful ups and downs in her personal life, including unfulfilled marriages and long periods of separation from her children. However, later in life, she found great comfort when she reunited with her long-lost son and received empathy from the public through documentary films. Are you inspired by Vivian's strength and spirit? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread hope. Caitlin Thornley is an American girl who drew media attention after developing a rare medical condition that caused her to sneeze continuously around 12,000 times a day. This mysterious phenomenon began suddenly and completely disrupted the teenager's normal life. Caitlin could no longer continue going to school, had to give up her passion for playing musical instruments, and constantly faced lingering physical exhaustion as her body was pushed far beyond its limits. These sneezing episodes only truly stopped when she fell asleep. Although her family worked hard to seek help from many leading medical specialists, the exact cause of this phenomenon remained a difficult mystery. Caitlin's journey is a story of resilience, showing a young girl forced to learn how to adapt and bravely face an extremely rare challenge in life. Seven-year-old Anjali Kumari and her 18-month-old brother Keshav Kumar from India live with a rare genetic condition that causes their bodies to age prematurely, leaving them with wrinkled, sagging skin. Their elderly-like appearance, along with joint and bone pain, has brought many difficulties into their lives and often exposed them to curious stares from others. However, with the endless love of their family, Anjali and Keshav continue trying to go to school, connect with their community, and maintain an admirable, optimistic spirit. Although modern medicine has not yet found a complete cure, the story of these two siblings' extraordinary resilience has touched many hearts, drawing public attention and medical support from social organizations to help them have a better life. Devin Merck is an American woman who has become a powerful source of inspiration by bravely facing MRKH syndrome, a rare medical condition that left her body with congenital differences. Discovering the condition during puberty once pushed Devin into a deep emotional crisis. However, with extraordinary resilience, she courageously went through multiple complex surgeries to improve her health and quality of life. Refusing to surrender to adversity, Devin decided to share her personal story publicly through the media to raise awareness and give strength to other women facing similar struggles. Is this a strange evolutionary step for humans? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories. Samra Rose. Ingraphia is an American young woman with a powerful story of resilience, as she lives with two rare conditions that are almost completely opposite in nature: erythromelalgia, often known as Burning Man syndrome, and Raynaud's disease. This unusual medical combination forces Samra's body to constantly struggle with extreme temperature changes. While erythromelalgia causes intense flare-ups, redness, swelling, and a severe burning sensation in her limbs, Raynaud's disease restricts blood flow, leading to episodes of coldness, numbness, and painful tingling. Samra's journey to find an accurate diagnosis was once long and exhausting, but she never chose to give up. Instead of collapsing under the weight of constant physical pain, Samra decided to turn adversity into motivation to rise above it. She bravely stepped into the spotlight, using social media to share her daily life with honesty and openness. With her optimism and ever-present smile, she built a strong support community, helping spread broader awareness about hidden rare diseases. Ralph Souffrant is a Haitian-American model who has brought a completely new definition of beauty to the international fashion industry through his remarkably unique appearance. Born in Haiti and later moving to Brooklyn, New York at the age of 9, Ralph's childhood was marked by deep insecurities about the way he looked. He has dark skin, yet he also has naturally red hair and thousands of freckles covering his face and body. This difference once made him the target of teasing and curious stares from people around him, pushing him into deep insecurity and causing him to dislike his own skin throughout his teenage years. However, his destiny changed completely when his one-of-a-kind beauty unexpectedly caught the attention of a photographer and later drew interest from prestigious modeling agencies. The biggest turning point that launched Ralph's name onto the global fashion map came when he was personally chosen to walk in Kanye West's Yeezy Season 3 show at Madison Square Garden. This spectacular event was not only a major career opportunity, but also a powerful affirmation of the value of being different. From a boy who once wanted to hide himself, Ralph Souffrant rose to become a powerful, inspirational figure, appearing in numerous prestigious fashion magazines and global advertising campaigns. His journey is not simply a story of success in the modeling industry, but also a deep emotional process of learning to accept and celebrate the natural features of his body. Were you inspired by Ralph's journey and perseverance? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread this meaningful message. Sain Mumtaz is a man from Pakistan who became known to international media for living with an extremely rare medical condition diagnosed as Proteus syndrome. This genetic disorder caused the tissues in his head, hands, and feet to grow abnormally and uncontrollably, leading to a body shape that was completely disproportionate. From a young age, Sain had to face countless physical and emotional challenges, as his unusual appearance made it very difficult for him to fit into the community. During his childhood, he had to endure rejection from some people around him because of misunderstandings and a lack of knowledge about his condition. However, with his gentle sincerity and kind-hearted nature, Sain gradually won the affection of his neighbors and became more understood, protected, and loved by his local community. His daily life has always come with many obstacles, as the oversized and heavy shape of his hands and feet makes even the simplest tasks feel like enormous challenges. The story of Sain Mumtaz's life not only helps raise social awareness about rare medical syndromes, but also stands as a profound testament to resilient willpower and the spirit of rising above every barrier of prejudice in search of peace, understanding, and compassion. Fu Wengui is a Chinese teenager known by the nickname Giraffe Boy because of a rare congenital deformity that left him with 10 cervical vertebrae instead of the usual 7. This medical condition caused his neck to become unusually long, putting pressure on his nerves, leading to persistent pain and severely affecting his ability to walk in daily life. Thanks to timely medical intervention, Wengui was given the chance to reduce his pain, recover his health, and open the door to a more confident future where he could better integrate into the community. Nayakim Gatwich, a South Sudanese model known by the title Queen of the Dark, is a powerful inspirational symbol of natural beauty and confidence that breaks every standard. Her life journey began with a challenging childhood, as she and her family had to live in refugee camps in Ethiopia and Kenya to escape conflict in her homeland. Despite living through hardship, Niyakim's resilient spirit was shaped early on, before she immigrated to the United States at the age of 14. In this new chapter of life, the young girl continued to face cultural barriers and unfriendly stares, even experiencing school bullying simply because of the deep, dark skin tone distinctive to the Nilotic people. At times, her difference left Niyakim confused and hurt, including one unforgettable moment when a driver suggested that she bleach her skin for $10,000. However, instead of rejecting who she was, Niyakim chose to laugh it off and proudly celebrate her identity. She stepped into the international fashion industry with a determination to redefine beauty, turning the very feature that had once been criticized into her most powerful and unique strength. Her stunning skin quickly captivated the fashion world, often compared to the universe or a glittering night sky, carrying a mysterious, deep, and mesmerizing allure. With her confident runway presence and countless striking magazine images, Niyakim not only won the attention of major brands, but also became a pioneering voice for ethnic diversity. The title Queen of the Dark, affectionately given to her by fans, was proudly embraced by Nia Kim like a dazzling crown honoring her roots. More than just a successful role model, Nia Kim Gatwech stands as a living statement, offering powerful motivation and reminding millions of people around the world to always love themselves. She proves that every skin tone carries a magical, one-of-a-kind beauty and is fully worthy of being celebrated. Willie Murphy, often known as the world's strongest grandma, is living proof of the belief that age is only a number and that it is never too late to begin a healthy lifestyle. In sharp contrast to the common image of aging as a time of weakness, her extraordinary journey toward peak physical strength began in her 70s, an age when most people would choose comfort, rest, and a quieter life. Her wonderfully inspiring story began when she happened to see a notice about a weightlifting competition at her local sports center and bravely decided to test herself with heavy iron weights instead of only doing light aerobic exercises. Through relentless effort, lasting perseverance, and iron discipline, this small-framed woman, weighing less than 50 kilograms, amazed the world by developing extraordinary strength. Her achievements are truly remarkable, as she can deadlift more than 90 kilograms and bench press over 45 kilograms. She has impressively broken numerous records in her age group at many respected weightlifting competitions. This lasting strength has not only brought her shining gold medals, but also given her complete confidence and independence in everyday life, from carrying heavy items up the stairs by herself to protecting herself and staying safe when needed. Willie Murphy does not rely on complicated training methods or expensive supplements. Her true secret lies in consistency, a smart and healthy diet, and an optimistic spirit that never surrenders to the limits of age. The image of a radiant grandmother full of positive energy while performing heavy weightlifting movements has completely shattered strict traditional stereotypes about older adults. Today, she is not only an experienced powerlifter, but also a powerful motivational symbol, encouraging millions of people of all ages around the world to get up, stay active, and proudly take control of their own health. Asha Mandela, a woman originally from Trinidad and Tobago, became known around the world as the record holder for the longest dreadlocks, an unprecedented and truly impressive achievement. Her journey with this extraordinary hair began more than 40 years ago when she decided to move to the United States to pursue new dreams. At that time, Asha chose to let her hair grow completely naturally as an important part of her search for spiritual meaning and a deeper connection with her inner self, despite uneasy stares and early opposition from family and friends. Over time, her hair continued to grow longer and gradually became an inseparable part of her unique personal identity. Today, Asha's extraordinary locks have surpassed 18 meters in length, equivalent to more than 60 feet, and carry an enormous weight of several dozen kilograms. To maintain and care for such a masterpiece, she has to invest an incredible amount of time, effort, and dedication. Washing her hair is a real challenge, requiring up to 6 bottles of shampoo each time and taking several full days for the entire length to dry naturally. In daily life, to move around more easily, she often has to wrap her hair up and carefully place it in a fabric sling to reduce the heavy pressure on her back and neck. Despite sincere warnings from medical experts about the potential risk to her spine caused by such extreme weight, Asha remains determined to protect this priceless treasure. To her, her hair is not merely a glorious world record or a rare physical feature, but a powerful crown, a source of strength, and a symbol of iron determination. Asha proudly honors her hair and sees it as a noble mission to inspire others, encouraging them to confidently cherish their natural beauty and bravely pursue their true values without being limited by any prejudice. Asha Mandela's remarkable story remains a shining testament to self-love, extraordinary patience, and the incredible power of daring to live fully as your authentic self. David Balogun, a child prodigy living in Pennsylvania, United States, amazed the world when he officially earned his high school diploma at only 9 years old. He became one of the youngest students in history to reach this remarkable academic milestone, far ahead of the normal learning path of children his age. Instead of sitting in an elementary school classroom, David showed extraordinary intelligence early on, along with an exceptional ability to absorb knowledge. From a very young age, David showed a strong passion for numbers and logical thinking. His advanced mathematical ability developed rapidly, allowing him to understand and solve complex concepts usually meant for students much older than him. Beyond mathematics and computer science, David's natural intelligence was also reflected in his impressive language skills, as he showed talent in several different foreign languages. This remarkable versatility and exceptional intellect helped him earn the honor of becoming a member of Mensa, the prestigious international organization for people with some of the highest IQs in the world. The heart and mind of this 9-year-old boy have always been drawn toward the vast sky with one extraordinary dream: to become an outstanding astrophysicist in the future. Instead of ordinary toys, David is deeply fascinated by the mysteries of the universe, magnificent black holes, and powerful supernova explosions. He spends his time passionately studying stars, planets, and complex cosmic phenomena. David's ambition is not simply to gaze at galaxies, but to use his intelligence to help unlock the deepest secrets of space and contribute directly to the future development of space science. David Balogun's remarkable journey certainly would not have been possible without the companionship, guidance, and strong support of his family. His parents have always created the best possible conditions for him, searching for the most suitable educational environment to nurture their son's natural talent while still protecting his emotional development as a child. At present, even though David has already earned his impressive high school diploma, he continues to accumulate college credits and carefully consider the next destination in his academic journey. Koudia Diop, a talented model of Senegalese origin, has lit up the global fashion industry with her distinctive, mysterious dark skin. Born and raised in this West African nation, Koudia possesses a stunningly deep complexion, often affectionately described by fashion admirers as a melanin goddess or liquid night. However, her journey toward confidence and success was far from smooth or easy. Throughout her childhood and teenage years, Koudia faced countless teasing remarks and harsh discrimination from people around her simply because her skin was darker than what many considered normal. Those cruel judgments once left the young girl feeling hurt, insecure, and deeply self-conscious about her appearance. In some of the places where she lived, using skin-lightening products was even a fairly common trend to fit traditional beauty standards. But Kudia firmly refused to change her true self. The turning point in her life came when she moved to France at the age of 15 and later to New York to pursue a professional modeling career. After overcoming invisible barriers, she began learning to fully love herself and turned the difference that had once been criticized into her most captivating strength. Her photo in the Colored Girl campaign, created to celebrate diverse beauty, spread rapidly across social media and attracted millions of views and followers. Kudia's glossy dark skin, radiant smile, and proud presence immediately caught the attention of numerous modeling agencies and major fashion brands. From a young girl who once carried deep emotional wounds, Kudia Diop rose powerfully to become a global beauty icon, confidently walking major runways and appearing in many prestigious magazines. Today, she is not only a highly successful model, but also a positive voice of inspiration in the fight against colorism and school bullying. Troy James, born and raised in Canada, turned his unique physical trait into a gateway to success in the global film and entertainment industry. From an early age, he realized that his body possessed an unusually high level of flexibility, allowing him to perform striking movements and remarkable poses beyond ordinary physical limits. This extraordinary ability eventually became his unmistakable signature. However, during his younger years, Troy often felt hesitant about being different and chose to keep this side of himself private rather than openly showing it to others. Everything truly changed around 2015 when he began recording his astonishing contortion moments and sharing them on social media. Videos of him moving swiftly on all fours while upside down, or twisting and stretching his body through narrow spaces at impossible angles, quickly went viral, capturing the attention of millions of viewers as well as Hollywood film producers. Thanks to his exceptional flexibility and astonishing body control, Troy James caught the attention of directors working in supernatural and mystery productions. He chose to leave behind a stable office job to pursue a professional career in entertainment, taking on roles as an actor and physical performer who brought unusual creatures to life through his own movements, rather than relying heavily on expensive visual effects. Audiences soon became familiar with his eerie, fluid, and unforgettable movements through various television projects and well-known horror films. His standout appearances on international talent shows also left audiences amazed by the unimaginable limits of the human body. Through relentless effort and the courage to face what made him different, Troy James proved that the things once seen as strange can become priceless talents when they are valued, embraced, and developed in the right way. Do you believe this is the next step in human evolution, or simply a series of rare quirks of nature? Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss. If you found this content fascinating, don't forget to hit like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next journey uncovering shocking mysteries. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next exciting video. Have you ever seen a baby that left you speechless, unable to believe your eyes, and wondering if it's even real? Today we're about to explore some of the most unbelievable babies you've never seen before. From rare diseases that give these babies unique appearances and abilities, to features that will make you question if you're watching a sci-fi movie instead of reality. These children not only change the way we view genetics, but also raise new questions about the miraculous development of humans. Get ready for an exciting journey as we uncover 15 unbelievable babies that you won't believe are real. Before we start the video, I have an interesting question for you. Do any of you know a baby who is truly strange and special? Share with us in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to continue supporting the channel. Jackson Buell was born with a shocking medical diagnosis. He was missing 80% of his brain and skull. Doctors predicted that Jackson wouldn't survive more than a few days or even hours after birth. However, the boy, dubbed Jackson Strong by the media, defied all medical expectations. With an extraordinary will to live hidden beneath his small body, Jackson not only survived, but also managed to smile, recognize his parents, and make efforts to communicate with the world around him. Experts have put forward numerous theories about Jackson's survival, focusing on the compensatory capabilities of the brainstem. In his case, the most fundamental parts of the brain responsible for vital functions like heartbeat and breathing miraculously continued to function. This is a minimalist yet incredibly efficient biological system. Each day of Jackson's life is a practical investigation into the resilience of life and raises profound ethical questions about the value of all living beings, regardless of physical disability. Jackson passed away in 2020 at the age of 5, but those 5 years completely changed the world's view of children with birth defects. His life was not measured by his shortcomings, but by the boundless love of his family and the attention he drew to neuroscience research. Jackson Buell left behind a powerful message. Life is not just about physical structure, but also about spirit and the strength to exist beyond all material limitations. What would you do if every passing year aged your body 5 times faster than everyone else? Harry Crowther lives this brutal reality due to an ultra-rare condition known as atypical progeria. Far more than just premature wrinkles, this ruthless disease triggers active osteolysis, a process of bone destruction, causing his limbs to shrink and his face to become deeply hollowed, like an old man trapped in a teenager's body. This isn't just a shocking medical file, it's a breathless race against time for a senior citizen in the form of a child, defying every biological limit known to mankind. In 2015, the world witnessed a historic surgery when 8-year-old Zion Harvey became the first child to receive a double hand transplant. This was not just a routine medical procedure, but a complex puzzle involving logistics and technique, requiring 40 specialists over the course of 10 hours. The healthcare system had to solve challenges ranging from connecting tiny blood vessels to ensuring that the immune system did not reject the new limbs. One of the most fascinating aspects to investigate is how a child's brain restructures itself to control hands that aren't originally theirs. Scientists have hypothesized about neuroplasticity. In Zion's case, the motor cortex had to rewrite its entire control map to interact with the new nerves. This is a vivid demonstration of the limitless adaptability of humans in the face of sudden biological changes. Zion Harvey's surgery has ushered in a new era for prosthetic limb transplantation, blurring the lines between biological and artificial body parts. This is a pivotal step for future military medicine and disaster relief. Will upgrading the body with transplanted limbs become the new standard for humanity? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us in unraveling these medical mysteries. Can you imagine that even the slightest touch or a breeze could cause your skin to be damaged? Jonathan Petrie, known to the world as the Butterfly Boy, isn't named for something whimsical, but because his body lacks the biological glue that binds the layers of his skin. Due to the devastating condition known as EB, epidermolysis bullosa, Jonathan's skin is as fragile as a butterfly's wings, where even the smallest physical impact leaves wounds, turning everyday life into an endless battle for survival. To sustain life, Jonathan's entire body must be covered with permanent bandages, making him resemble a living cocoon in real life. Continuous epidermal damage and overlapping scarring have caused his limbs to contract, and his face bears deep marks of biological destruction. This is not just an appearance flaw, but a horrifying medical reality, where the body turns itself into a prison of scars and extreme pain every time the bandages are changed. Rising above the layers of bandages, Jonathan Petrie has become a symbol of unbreakable willpower and global inspiration. He doesn't hide the pain. Instead, he courageously exposes the harshness of EB to awaken the community and drive medical research. Jonathan's story is a priceless testament to human resilience. Though his body is as fragile as glass, his spirit is as steadfast as diamond, proving that pain may ravage the flesh, but it will never conquer the soul. Jerome Hammond is more than just a patient. He is a living legend in medical history, known as the man with three faces. Driven by a genetic condition called NF1, neurofibromatosis, aggressive tumors ravaged Jerome's original appearance, forcing him into an unprecedented journey of identity transformation. After his first face transplant in 2010, it seemed life had finally smiled upon him. However, a cruel medical twist occurred. His body began to reject the graft, plunging Jerome into a horrific ordeal where he had to survive without a face for 3 agonizing months in the hospital. Defying the thin line between life and death, Jerome made history once again by undergoing a second face transplant in 2018. This stands as a powerful testament to the breathtaking advancement of modern medicine and the relentless human will to survive against all odds. Jerome Hammond's story is not just a shocking medical case study, it poses a profound philosophical question. When a person changes to their third face, do their soul and identity remain intact? He is the ultimate symbol of adaptation, proving that while an appearance can change, the human spirit is indestructible. Jacqueline Saborito was once a young college student with a bright future ahead, until a car accident caused by a drunk driver left her car engulfed in flames. The brutal fire took away her ears, nose, eyelids, and hands, leaving her face disfigured beyond recognition. From being a beautiful young woman, Jacqueline had to confront a harsh reality and undergo dozens of reconstructive surgeries just to maintain the most basic human functions. Instead of choosing a life of seclusion in suffering, Jacqueline courageously stepped into the public eye to become a symbol of the anti-drunk driving campaign. She accepted letting the world see her scars, embracing the pain of recalling the horrific memories, all with the hope that no one else would have to endure the tragedy she experienced. The cosmetic surgeries at this point helped improve her appearance so that she could feel more confident in front of the camera, delivering messages that raised public awareness. Although she passed away in 2019, Jacqueline's legacy continues to touch millions of hearts. She transformed her pain into a valuable lesson, proving that a noble soul can shine despite physical imperfections. The surgeries didn't return her old face, but they gave her the strength to fulfill her noble mission. Did her selflessness change your perspective on beauty? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and leave a sub to support us. Imagine being at the prime of your youth, but every morning you wake up to a face in the mirror that looks a decade older. This is the tragedy that Rizel Kalago faces. In just 2 short years, starting at the age of 14, the syndrome of premature aging stole all her youthful features, leaving a young girl with the appearance of a 50-year-old woman. Sagging skin and deep wrinkles are not just marks of illness, but a stark reminder of a cruel biological reality where time is compressed and accelerated beyond belief. Refusing to surrender to this cruel fate, Rizel's story, shared on major platforms like GMA Public Affairs, sent shockwaves through the community. Rising above her personal pain, this young girl bravely exposed the harshness of this wicked ailment, transforming fear into a profound message of human education. Rizel is not only fighting for herself, but has become a beacon of hope for teenagers burdened by old age in a youthful form, proving that human resilience is always more powerful than any biological law. John Allaire was once a typical example of metabolic system collapse when his body weight reached 245 kilograms. In that state, every internal organ, from the heart and liver to the lungs, had to operate at more than 200% capacity just to maintain basic survival indicators. From a biological analysis perspective, his body at that time resembled a machine overheating under extreme load, where excess fat layers were no longer merely stored energy, but had become an invasive system, compressing blood vessels and deforming the skeletal structure under immense pressure. Determined to change for love, John launched a large-scale restructuring campaign by adopting an extremely strict calorie deficit diet and high-intensity training. This was not simply about losing weight, but a complete overhaul of the hormone system and the brain's chemical responses. The process helped him eliminate more than 136 kilograms of excess fat, an unimaginable number within normal biological limits, transforming him from someone who struggled with basic movement into a man capable of performing high-intensity physical workouts. However, the biggest difference in John's story lies in the post-weight loss phase, the adaptation of the skin. When fat tissue disappears too quickly, the human skin system, which is elastic but has its limits, couldn't shrink in time, leaving behind huge folds of excess skin. The surgery to remove tens of kilograms of excess skin was the final step in this transformation process. John's story is a lesson in how the human body can miraculously recover when provided with the right strategy and unyielding discipline. Liam Hoekstra is a rare medical case that has prompted many scientists to reconsider the limits of human strength from a young age. He suffers from a condition related to myostatin, a protein that controls muscle growth. When this protein is underactive, the body can develop superior muscle mass and extremely low body fat. From a very young age, Liam displayed incredible athletic abilities, including complex gymnastic movements, despite never having undergone formal training. From a biological perspective, Liam Hoekstra's body operates as a highly efficient energy consumption system. To maintain his large muscle mass, his metabolism is more intense than normal and requires a consistent diet. Nutritionists and biomedical experts believe this is a biological balance. Great strength is often accompanied by high energy demands. This provides valuable data on how the skeletal and cardiovascular systems adapt to support the extraordinary muscle growth. Liam Hoekstra's case is not only a medical phenomenon, but also opens up new hope for treating muscle diseases. His story proves that even a small change in genes can make an extraordinary difference to human potential. If you could possess a physical superpower, which one would you choose? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel's further development. Neil Harbison is a unique figure who has blurred the lines between biology and technology by implanting an antenna into his skull. Born with complete color blindness, Neil turned to technological solutions to experience the world more fully. His antenna is not just a support device, but has become a new sense, converting color wavelengths into sound vibrations in his brain. This process is analyzed as an upgrade to the sensory system, allowing him to hear colors that are invisible to the human eye. Neil's transformation was officially recognized by the UK government when he was allowed to appear in his passport with the antenna, marking the birth of the first cyborg in legal history. This device allows him to receive signals from satellites and even sense infrared and ultraviolet rays. This represents a revolution in perception, where technology has become an inseparable part of the nervous system. Neil has turned an inherent disability into a superior evolutionary advantage through scientific intervention and personal courage. Neil Harbison frequently shares his experiences as a lesson in how the brain adapts to new stimuli. He believes that in the future, humans will no longer be limited by traditional senses. His fame has helped spread the transhumanism movement, encouraging the use of technology to enhance human capabilities. His videos on YouTube consistently attract attention because they offer a realistic and optimistic perspective on the integration of humans and machines, sparking important ethical discussions about the future of humanity. What would happen if your entire muscular and ligament system suddenly turned into solid bone, forming an eternal armor that traps every movement? Jeannie Pieper is a living testament to the miraculous phenomenon of FOP, fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, a condition where the body grows a second skeleton, locking the joints into immobile positions for life. Instead of surrendering to the fate of being petrified in real life, Jeannie turned her condition into a global medical revolution. Lucas McCulley was not born with a typical appearance. He carried a biological time bomb on his face known as lymphangioma. From his very first breath, half of Lucas's face was invaded by the chaotic growth of lymphatic vessels, creating a massive swelling that completely distorted his bone structure and soft tissue. This was far more than a cosmetic flaw. It was a brutal medical reality where the body's drainage system fell out of rhythm, turning his face into a heavy, pressure-filled burden that posed constant, life-threatening complications. In order to avoid being consumed by his own body, Lucas embarked on a life-and-death journey with more than 24 major surgeries to remove the malignant tumors. Each scar on his face is a mark of astounding endurance against pain and society's scrutinizing gaze. The story of Lucas McCulley is not only a shocking medical record of bodily disfigurement, but also an anthem of resilience. He chose to face the world head-on to prove that while nature may make mistakes on the face, the strength of the human spirit is something that can never be distorted. Sarah Talby was born without arms, a biological condition that might appear to make daily life extremely difficult. However, through the concept of neuroplasticity, her brain gradually adapted to compensate for the missing limbs. Over time, Sarah learned to use her feet as flexible tools to perform everyday tasks. She can eat, operate a phone, and complete many personal activities using only her feet, demonstrating the remarkable adaptability of the human body when confronted with significant physical limitations. Beyond her personal life, Sarah Talby shares her experiences on platforms such as YouTube and other social media channels. Through videos documenting her daily routines, she explains how she manages family life, cooking, and other everyday responsibilities. Media observers believe that this openness allows audiences to better understand the realities faced by people with disabilities, while also building a strong emotional connection with millions of viewers worldwide. In addition, Sarah Talby has developed a passion for painting by holding a brush with her toes. Creating detailed lines requires precise coordination between vision and motor control. Her artistic journey illustrates how the human body can adapt remarkably through patience and practice. Many people view Sarah's story as a powerful example of how creativity, determination, and resilience can overcome physical limitations and inspire others around the world. The life of Indian girl Runa Begum began as a tragic medical mystery, drawing global attention to the inequalities in global healthcare. Born in a poor rural area, Runa suffered from severe hydrocephalus, causing cerebrospinal fluid to accumulate uncontrollably and her skull to expand to an unimaginable size. The image of her head, 3 times the normal circumference, was not only a biological challenge, but also a poignant question about access to medical care in remote areas. Medical analysts have hypothesized about the miraculous expansion of a child's skull under conditions of increased intracranial pressure. In Runa's case, the incomplete closure of the cranial bones inadvertently created a space to protect vital brain tissue from complete compression. However, this expansion also created an enormous physical burden, making even basic movements a miracle. The investigation into her survival demonstrates that the resilience of the human body can far exceed clinical predictions when timely intervention from the community is possible. Runa's 2017 passing reminds us that no child should be left behind due to geography or poverty. Her legacy continues to drive global focus on rare diseases in developing nations. Do you believe modern medicine can ever truly be equal for all children? Share your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us as we continue to bring these powerful stories to light. Shattering the strict standards of symmetry in the fashion industry, Alison Midstock has executed a breathtaking redefinition of beauty. Have you ever wondered how a face with the offbeat bone structures of Treacher-Collins syndrome could become the centerpiece of high-end runways? Instead of hiding behind layers of makeup or the shadows of insecurity, Alison chose to transform her congenital defects into a powerful artistic manifesto. She is not just a model. She is a captivating living hypothesis, forcing the world to ask, does true beauty lie in the perfection of the golden ratio, or in the courage to expose the unique scars of destiny? From her confident strides on the catwalk to her high-impact film roles, Alison Midstock is directly leading a large-scale shift in perception. Her presence is living proof that biological flaws are not barriers, but rather the raw material for creating an unrepeatable identity. Through the lens of a professional artist, Alison proves that the creative industry is not just for pre-existing molds, but is a playground for souls who dare to be different. Her story is more than a record of personal success. It is a profound analysis of human evolution. When we embrace imperfection, that is when true human power is unleashed. Noah Wall is one of the most vivid examples of the theory of brain plasticity. Born with only 2% brain tissue due to spina bifida and severe hydrocephalus, doctors had prepared the family for a life in a vegetative state or an early passing. However, Noah's brain underwent a miraculous, self-building journey that science has yet to fully explain. By the age of 3, MRI scans showed that his brain had developed to 80% of its normal size. Neurologists have hypothesized that Noah's brain tissue didn't actually disappear, but rather became compressed into an extremely thin layer due to the pressure from the fluid. Once the pressure was relieved through medical interventions, the nerve cells began to expand and re-establish complex connections. This is an incredibly powerful self-healing system at the cellular level. Noah's development was not only a physical growth, but also the formation of cognition, language, and emotions, challenging previous understandings of the developmental limits of the young brain. Today, Noah is a bright, active boy, a living miracle of hope against the darkest medical forecasts. He proves that even from the smallest fragments, life can construct a masterpiece when nurtured with love and opportunity. Do you believe the human spirit can truly override biological limits? Isabel Wheel is a living testament to the brain's ability to reprogram the motor system after a serious medical event. At just 7 years old, she contracted acute meningitis, which led to a life-threatening septic infection. In order to save her life, doctors were forced to amputate all 4 of her limbs. From a biological perspective, Isabel's body had to essentially restart its entire motor system. Without arms and legs, she had to relearn how to balance, move, and control her body. What seemed like the end of all motor capabilities became the starting point for an extraordinary journey of adaptation. What makes Isabel remarkable is that she conquered trampoline gymnastics, a sport that demands precise coordination of the vestibular system and exceptional control of the body's center of gravity. After losing all 4 limbs, her body's center of gravity changed completely, forcing the brain to recalculate every neural signal to maintain balance. Isabel did not just train to move, she learned how to jump and rotate in mid-air. She turned the remaining parts of her body into an efficient source of momentum. Her success shows that the human nervous system can create entirely new pathways for movement. Isabel is now a prominent content creator, turning prosthetic technology into a perfect extension of her body. Instead of seeing it as a limitation, she has optimized assistive devices to break through ordinary mobility barriers. In your opinion, could future technology help humans go far beyond their natural biological limits? Share your perspective below. Imagine a microscopic error in the DNA sequence seizing control over your entire facial structure. Amare Stover is a living witness to the cellular rebellion caused by severe NF1, neurofibromatosis type 1. The massive tumor is not merely an abnormal tissue growth. It acts as an invasive entity, completely obscuring one eyeball and warping the facial bones, transforming a teenager's appearance into a daunting medical puzzle of uncontrolled biological transformation. Amidst this brutal reality, Amare is now at the center of a biomedical revolution as he participates in trials for the latest generation of MEK inhibitors in the US. This is not just about taking medication. It is a precision strike deep into the cell's signaling machinery. This drug carries a bold hypothesis. By cutting off the distorted growth signals, it forces the tumor to shrink, reclaiming space for the body's natural structures. This is the thin line between experimental science and the hope of facial rebirth for those forgotten by traditional methods. Amare Stover's journey is not just a story of endurance, it is a living document of human fortitude against nature's malfunctions. By bravely venturing into unprecedented clinical trials, He has become a pathfinder for millions of NF1 patients worldwide. Amare proves a powerful paradox. Though one eye is hidden by a tumor, his vision for a future where humanity can master and correct genetic errors has never been clearer. Richard Norris lived in isolation for 15 years in darkness after a horrific gunshot accident that completely disfigured his face, causing him to lose his nose, lips, and most of his jaw structure. The physical pain was nothing compared to the shame of having to wear a mask every time he went outside to avoid prying eyes. His life seemed destined to end in solitude until modern medicine opened a new door of hope through the risky but deeply humane face transplant procedure. In 2012, Richard underwent one of the most complex face transplant surgeries in history, lasting a continuous 36 hours. Doctors replaced his entire face, including his teeth, tongue, and jawbones, from a deceased donor. This was not just a cosmetic surgery to alter his appearance, but a medical miracle that helped him regain the ability to eat, breathe, and, most importantly, express emotions on his face after many years of being frozen. Now, when Richard looks in the mirror, he sees a man with a gentle smile instead of the shame he once felt. He no longer hides, but confidently steps into the light, becoming a symbol of miraculous rebirth through medicine and his resilient spirit. Richard's story proves that appearance can change, but it is the soul that defines a person. Dana Voulin was once a beautiful and vibrant girl until a horrific acid and fire attack burned 64% of her body, turning her once radiant face into a mass of scar tissue. The moment she saw herself in the mirror for the first time after the accident, Dana felt as though the world had completely collapsed beneath her feet. The excruciating pain from the deep burns and the haunting new appearance made her want to give up many times, but her fierce will to live kept her going. For more than 30 months afterward, Dana underwent over 200 major and minor surgeries and had to wear a hard plastic compression mask 24 hours a day to prevent her skin tissue from deforming further. Each surgery was a confrontation with excruciating pain, but she never gave up hope of finding herself again. The plastic surgeons at this point were not just craftsmen reconstructing her face, but companions, helping her stitch back together the broken pieces of her wounded soul. The day Dana decided to remove her mask on national television, the world fell silent in awe of the beauty of her resilience. Though the scars remained, her radiant smile and confident demeanor overshadowed everything. Dana was no longer a victim of the burn attack. She was a warrior, an inspiring speaker about the true value of inner beauty. Her story reminds us that no matter how life may crush us, as long as we hold on to hope, we can still bloom brilliantly. Louise Wedderburn was born with FOP syndrome, an extremely rare disease that causes soft tissues and muscles in the body to gradually turn into bone. This condition is like an invisible armor, slowly locking the joints, making her body stiffen like a living statue. Despite carrying such a harsh physical imperfection, Louise has always nurtured a deep passion for fashion and beauty, determined not to let fate dictate the radiance of her soul. Due to the nature of FOP, where any surgical intervention could cause bones to grow more rapidly, Louise cannot undergo invasive cosmetic surgeries. Instead, she focuses on skincare treatments and artistic makeup to highlight the delicate features of her face. These gentle medical interventions help her maintain maximum flexibility in her facial muscles, allowing her to smile and express herself in front of the camera. For Louise, Beauty is not found in the perfection of movement, but in the unwavering presence of a woman who does not surrender to adversity. The story of Louise Wedderburn has inspired the fashion industry to embrace diversity and non-traditional beauty. She appeared in major magazines, confidently strutting within her ability to prove that illness can lock the body but cannot imprison dreams. Louise reminds the world that each of us is a unique work of art, and the value of a person lies in how they shine even in the most challenging circumstances. Taylor Mule lived with a secret etched right on her skin, a perfect line dividing her abdomen into two distinct shades. Throughout her childhood, she believed it was just a strange birthmark, but her intuition told her something deeper was at play. She frequently felt fatigued and suffered from unexplained autoimmune diseases. Questions about her true identity began to arise when Taylor realized her body seemed to be relentlessly fighting itself. Scientists later put forward a shocking hypothesis. Taylor was a chimera. During the early stages of her pregnancy, she absorbed her twin sibling, leaving her with two sets of DNA, two bloodlines, and two distinct immune systems. This was not only a rare medical phenomenon, but also a perplexing biological puzzle. Taylor's immune system constantly recognized the second set of DNA as a foreign object, leading to internal attacks and creating a silent battle for survival beneath her two-colored skin. Taylor Mule's life serves as a testament to nature's complexity. She transformed her flaw into a message of self-acceptance, carrying the genetic legacy of an unborn twin. Her story challenges our very definition of what it means to be an individual. James Harrison, the man known as the Golden Arm, possesses a rare blood plasma that contains anti-D antibodies. For over 60 years, he has donated blood more than 1,100 times. Australia's medical data system estimates that his blood donations have directly saved over 2.4 million newborns from rhesus disease, a dangerous condition where the mother's blood attacks the fetus's red blood cells. This has made him an invaluable biological resource. Why does James's body produce this antibody? Medical investigators believe it originated from a major chest surgery he underwent at the age of 14, during which he received a large amount of blood from a stranger. This incident triggered his immune system in a very unique way. This is a classic example of how the human body self-adjusts its defense system to create a protective mechanism that modern science still struggles to replicate artificially. When James Harrison retired at the age of 81, the healthcare system faced a significant gap. This prompted scientists to delve deeper into the production of synthetic antibodies. His story is not only about compassion, but also a challenge in medical risk management. How can a critical drug supply be maintained when it is entirely dependent on the biology of a single individual? And that concludes our journey exploring the unbelievable babies that you won't believe are real. From astonishing genetic abnormalities to shocking physical traits, these babies have certainly made an impact on the world. Which baby surprised you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on more surprising stories. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos. You won't be able to look away as you witness people with extraordinary appearances, faces and bodies that once made them outcasts, targets of ridicule, or even rejected by society. What's truly remarkable is that from these very differences, they have forged extraordinary inner strength, transforming pain and prejudice into unexpected sources of inspiration. Each story stands as a vivid testament that true beauty isn't on the outside. It's in how a person rises after facing the harshest challenges. Hit like now if you want to inspire yourself, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the extraordinary stories coming up in today's video. You'll witness journeys full of courage, love, and resilience that conquer all prejudice, and perhaps they will change the way you see life forever. Curtis Means, born in July 2020 in Alabama, USA, was recognized by the Guinness World Records as the most premature baby in the world to survive. He was born at just 21 weeks and 1 day, weighing only 420 grams, and doctors estimated he had less than a 1% chance of survival. Instead of surrendering to fate, Curtis showed extraordinary resilience. After 275 days of fighting for his life in the intensive care unit, supported by dedicated medical staff and the boundless love of his family, he overcame all scientific expectations and was finally discharged in good health. Curtis's journey offers a profound lesson about the power of determination and hope. In life, even when you face seemingly hopeless circumstances or odds as low as 1%, continuing to persevere and never giving up can still create miracles. He stands as a living testament to the sacred value of life, reminding us to cherish every chance to live and to keep striving forward despite any adversity. Wiang Bunmi is a symbol of dignity in Bangkok, Thailand, living with a melting appearance caused by severe neurofibromatosis type 1 since childhood, which led to significant facial sagging and blindness. Despite tumors covering much of her facial features, she continues to earn a living by selling small accessories on the sidewalk to support her family, rather than relying on sympathy or donations. Remarkably, she has bravely refused all offers of free surgery, valuing her current peace and fearing medical risks, proving that true human strength lies in inner acceptance and the courage to live in harmony with one's fate. In Indonesia, Lasiem faces changes in her body as a difficult challenge of fate. She lives with neurofibromatosis, which has led to the growth of large benign tumors, limiting her ability to work and move. She previously underwent surgeries to remove them, but each time they returned. Now, with the largest tumor weighing 10 kilograms, she can only walk short distances. Despite this, she chooses optimism, peace of mind, and deep gratitude for the devoted care of her sister and the support from her community. Lasiem's life story offers a valuable lesson. Even in the harshest circumstances, the warmth of family and a positive mindset can become extraordinary strength, helping us accept reality, find simple joys, and rise above life's challenges with resilience. Carly Henrote is a young woman with extraordinary resilience, living with the rare genetic condition fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, affecting about 1 in 2 million people, which causes soft tissues and muscles in the body to gradually turn into bone. Diagnosed at the age of 5, Carly fully understands that her body will progressively lose mobility and become increasingly frozen over time. This second skeleton is gradually restricting her shoulders, neck, and jaw, turning an active young woman into someone confined within her own body. Despite the pain and physical limitations, Carly continues to pursue her education, successfully graduates from university, finds true love, and actively takes part in raising public awareness about FOP. Carly's life journey delivers a profoundly meaningful lesson about resilience and appreciation for life. Our true value does not lie in our flaws or physical limitations, but in the positive attitude we choose when facing adversity. She is a powerful source of inspiration, reminding each of us to focus on what we can do, cherish every present moment, and bravely pursue our dreams, no matter how challenging the road ahead may be. Do you want to see how resilience and a positive mindset can turn adversity into strength? Like, subscribe, and follow along to be inspired by Carly's extraordinary journey. Nastya Zhidkova, born in 1996 in Russia, has been affectionately dubbed the albino angel by the world, and is considered one of the most unique and inspiring models on international fashion runways. Her life journey is a long and resilient path of overcoming harsh prejudices to proudly shine with her own one-of-a-kind beauty. Nastya emerged with an appearance that seems to carry the essence of ancient myths, the result of a rare genetic condition. This condition completely deprived her body of melanin, leaving her with porcelain-white skin, snow-like hair, and pale eyes reminiscent of early morning mist. During her childhood, her strikingly different appearance made her a target of teasing, exclusion, and isolation from her peers. Not only did she endure deep emotional wounds, but Nastya also had to face numerous physical challenges typical of people with albinism, most notably severely impaired vision and extremely sensitive skin that is easily damaged by sunlight, making everyday life far more difficult. However, instead of retreating into insecurity or blaming her harsh fate, Nastya Zhidkova chose to face reality and transform the very difference that once caused her pain into her most radiant strength. With confidence and the courage to step out of her comfort zone, she caught the attention of photographers and renowned modeling agencies. Overcoming health challenges, she rose to become a global symbol of determination under the name Kimmy. She does not view her difference as a flaw of nature, but as a unique note in the grand symphony of life. Her journey is a profound lesson in how to face what sets us apart, not with hesitation, but with admiration for the vibrant shades that creation has so carefully shaped, proving that the brightest light comes from the pride of daring to be truly ourselves. Sabrina is a shining example of determination, rising above the challenges of a crippling autoimmune condition. The illness once brought her to her knees with relentless chronic pain, stripped away her ability to move freely, and completely disrupted her daily life. However, instead of succumbing to despair or surrendering to fate, Sabrina courageously accepted her reality, learned to listen to her body, and persistently followed treatment methods to reclaim control over her life. She has turned the harshest challenges into a powerful motivation to live a meaningful life and inspire those around her. Her journey of overcoming adversity offers a profoundly valuable lesson. Physical limitations can never define a person's worth. It is an optimistic attitude, unwavering resilience, and the courage to never give up that form the true strength enabling us to triumph over any adversity. Rowan O'Malley from England, dubbed the strongest schoolboy in the world, is an extraordinary phenomenon in powerlifting, despite being only in his teenage years. Growing up in a family whose parents worked in the fitness industry, Rowan was introduced to the gym environment early on and showed a passion for physical training from the age of just 1. He began learning to lift by holding plastic pipes and mimicking his father's technical movements. Instead of indulging in childish games, Rowan chose strict discipline and heavy weights to forge an iron will. With incredible dedication, he followed a 3,000-calorie daily diet and trained rigorously 3 to 4 times a week, alongside other sports such as rugby. Thanks to his relentless efforts, by the age of 10 he had already shattered multiple world records for his age group, achieving a 100-kilogram squat, a 127.5-kilogram deadlift, and a 57.5-kilogram bench press, demonstrating strength far beyond what is typical for a child. Although he occasionally faced criticism from the public, claiming that high-intensity weightlifting would rob him of his childhood, Rowan has always cheerfully affirmed that he was never forced by his parents. All his efforts stemmed from his own passion and desire to conquer new heights. Rowan O'Malley's journey of pursuing his passion offers a profound lesson in self-discipline and unwavering will. True success is not limited by age or societal expectations, but determined by persistent effort and the drive for self-improvement. When you actively choose your passion with a positive attitude and dedicate yourself fully to your goals, any limit can be broken. Manan Mondal, born in Calcutta, West Bengal, India, suffers from a severe case of neurofibromatosis, which covers his body and face with tumors, taking away a normal appearance. However, instead of succumbing to despair or hiding from society, he courageously traveled far and wide to earn a living, supporting his wife and securing the future of his daughters. His quiet journey of sacrifice delivers a profoundly meaningful lesson. The sacred love for family is the greatest source of strength, empowering a person to rise resiliently above physical imperfections and harsh prejudices to live a life of responsibility and deep purpose. Kambu C, Ivory Coast, is a moving example of the battle against Burkitt lymphoma, a rapidly progressing form of lymphatic cancer. The disease caused his face and neck to be completely distorted by a massive tumor, spreading to cover his entire jaw and shoulders, making eating and breathing extremely difficult. Yet, amid the despair of the world, his poor father persevered, comforting him and tirelessly seeking treatment opportunities for his son. A miracle finally came when international charities learned of his situation and helped send him to Italy for chemotherapy and radiation therapy. After enduring countless hardships, the tumor significantly shrank, opening a brighter new chapter in his life. Kambu C's journey of recovery delivers a profoundly meaningful lesson on the power of fatherly love and human compassion. Even when circumstances push us to the depths of isolation and despair, the unconditional love of family and support from the community remain the strongest foundation to revive every life. It also serves as a reminder to never give up hope and to always maintain resilience in the face of life's storms. Do you believe that love and compassion can lift a life from the depths of despair? Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts as we explore the inspiring journey of Kambu C's remarkable revival. Little Hong Hong, born in 2016 in China, drew global attention when he was born with an extremely rare condition of polydactyly. Inherited from his mother, he was born with 15 fingers and 16 toes. What amazed doctors even more was that he had 2 palms on each arm, but completely lacked thumbs, creating significant challenges for gripping and holding objects. However, instead of giving up, Hong Hong's parents tirelessly sought hope, reaching out everywhere they could. Thanks to the boundless love of his family, the compassionate support and fundraising from the community, and the dedicated efforts of medical professionals, he successfully underwent surgery to reconstruct his thumbs and remove the extra digits, opening the door to a more normal life. Hong Hong's journey offers a profound lesson on the power of family love and communal support. Even when life begins with many challenges, through perseverance and the kindness of others, we can create miracles to overcome adversity. Ava Clarke is not just a beautiful little girl, she is a genetic miracle who defies all conventional racial norms. Born into an African-American family, Ava has porcelain-white skin, flowing blonde hair, and strikingly bright blue eyes. This is the result of albinism, a rare condition that eliminates melanin pigment. What makes Ava truly unique is her deep blue eyes, a combination of genes extremely rare even among those with this condition. From the moment she was born, doctors warned that her lack of pigment could lead to permanent vision loss and a life full of limitations. Yet, through resilience and the boundless love of her family, Ava defied the bleakest medical predictions. With the aid of glasses, she preserved her vision and began a journey of confidently embracing and shining brightly with her own extraordinary difference. Rather than feeling insecure or hiding from curious stares, she transformed her one-of-a-kind beauty into a captivating feature, quickly catching the attention of renowned photographers and becoming a talented child model featured in top fashion magazines such as Vogue and Denim. Her angelic appearance even drew special attention from world-famous artists. Ava's story offers a profound educational lesson on how recessive genes interact to create a surreal appearance. Her eyes are not only windows to her soul, but also a vivid lesson in biodiversity. Instead of being seen as a flaw of nature, Ava turned her difference into a symbol of pure beauty. She is living proof that the randomness of DNA sequences can produce masterpieces no creative mind could imagine. Her story reminds each of us to courageously embrace our natural form, break through societal prejudices and barriers, and confidently pursue our dreams, transforming perceived weaknesses into our greatest strengths to shine in our own unique way. Archie Innes, born in 2017 in Sydney, Australia, affectionately known as the Miracle Boy, has written an inspiring story of extraordinary resilience as a genetic mystery, carrying a rare disruption in the SOX2 gene. Affected by this exceptionally rare mutation, Archie was born completely without eyeballs, anophthalmia, plunged into permanent darkness, and experienced significant hearing impairment. He also faced severe motor development delays, along with difficulties in breathing and nutrient absorption, requiring feeding through a gastric tube and constant medical support. While these profound physical challenges might have seemed destined to overshadow his future, the reality proved otherwise. Through the unconditional love and tireless support of his family, Archie courageously overcame the harshest limitations of his condition. Though he cannot see light or run freely like his peers, he always beams with a radiant smile, exuding an extraordinary warmth and positive energy that inspires the entire community. Archie Innes's life journey delivers a deeply meaningful lesson. The true light of life is not only perceived through the eyes, but also shines brilliantly from a resilient heart and an optimistic spirit. The resilient existence of this boy reminds us that physical imperfections can never determine the value of the soul. No matter how harshly fate tests us, the love of family and an unwavering willpower will always be the strongest forces to create miracles and ignite hope. Do you believe that love and unwavering determination can create miracles even in the face of adversity? Like, subscribe, and join us to explore this boy's extraordinary and inspiring journey. Charles Sogli, a young man born in 1998 in Volta, Ghana, was born with a condition of excessive growth, giving him a towering height of over 2.4 meters. This physical difference once brought him countless harsh challenges in life. With feet measuring an enormous 40 centimeters, finding shoes and moving around became major obstacles, forcing him to drop out of school and constantly face curious stares and judgment from those around him. He often had to walk barefoot or wear sandals made from tire rubber, and struggled with using transportation and participating in everyday activities. Yet, instead of surrendering to adversity or waiting for society's pity, Charles courageously chose to stand on his own bare feet. He resolved to learn the trade of welding, using honest labor and diligence to support himself and sustain his life. Charles Sogli's journey of overcoming hardship offers a profound lesson on self-reliance and dignity. Physical disadvantages or interrupted education are never the final limits that determine a person's destiny. As long as we maintain resilience, a positive outlook, and a desire to work honestly, we can always build a life full of pride and purpose, despite the harshest obstacles. Becca Lee Brewer is an inspiring example of the journey from insecurity to embracing and shining with her natural beauty. Born in South Korea and adopted at just 8 months old, Becca is not only a blogger, but also a living testament to courage, openly sharing her experience with Sturge-Weber syndrome, a rare condition that causes the characteristic port wine stain on her face. During her childhood, her strikingly different appearance made her the focus of scrutiny and gossip, causing the young girl to become extremely shy, withdrawn, and resentful of her own face. In an effort to fit conventional beauty standards, Becca endured numerous exhausting laser treatments before the age of 12. However, these attempts to erase her birthmark did not yield the expected results, and left behind darker spots, adding to her psychological burden and inner sadness. It seemed these pressures would keep her trapped in darkness forever, but as she grew up, she decided to change her perspective and face reality with courage. She began exploring makeup not as a desperate attempt to hide herself, but as a tool to express her personality, boldly sharing images of her bare face with her natural birthmark. Rising above her insecurities, she became a radiant influencer in the beauty industry, using her personal story to foster empathy among hundreds of thousands of followers. Becca Lee Brewer's journey from a self-conscious girl to a proud, confident woman delivers a profoundly meaningful lesson on self-respect and self-acceptance. True beauty is never confined by societal standards or flawless perfection. It is our differences that create the unique value of each individual. And when we courageously love and fully embrace our natural selves, we discover the greatest strength to shine freely, overcoming every barrier life places before us. Crystal Hodges is an inspiring example of the journey to rise above prejudice and embrace the unique beauty of oneself. Born with a port wine stain covering nearly half of her face due to Sturge-Weber syndrome, She grew up facing countless curious stares and judgment from those around her. The challenges reached a peak when a photo of her was turned into a cruel online joke, spreading rapidly to tens of millions of people. In the face of this wave of harsh negativity, instead of hiding or sinking into self-consciousness, Crystal bravely stepped into the light and spoke out. She used her personal story as a springboard to become a public speaker and community activist, spreading messages against bullying and raising awareness about the diverse beauty of appearances. Through heartfelt speeches and blogs, she has touched countless hearts, firmly affirming that the true value of a person is never determined by a birthmark or any physical imperfection. Crystal Hodges' journey of transforming pain into great strength delivers a profound lesson on compassion and self-respect. Physical differences are not flaws to hide. They are original, proud features that make each of us unique. Her story reminds us to always treat others with kindness, avoid snap judgments based on appearances, and awaken the courage within ourselves so that every individual can hold their head high and confidently shine as their true self, despite society's harsh and rigid stereotypes. Life is not always perfect, and each of us has our own differences. But it is how we face challenges, value ourselves, and move forward with resilience that creates true strength. We hope today's story has inspired you to see that what may seem unusual or different is not a limitation, but an opportunity to shine in your own unique way. If this video motivated you, be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss more extraordinary stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can